Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. And in this episode, I've got a brand new build for the channel. It's so interesting. This car, I can see it right now. It's right behind you, but I'm not going to show it to you yet. This car has got a really interesting story. This came from Copart in Bristol. It was left out in a field and it got vandalized by, guess what? A bunch of rats. Yes, a bunch of rats. So this car was vandalized by rats, death by rat. Unfortunately, the rats have gone through the car and ravaged everything. It's ravaged some of the seating, it's ravaged some of the roof. I'll show it all to you, I promise. But most importantly, the rats have gone in and ravaged a lot of the wiring work. So when we got this car, we knew that there weren't a lot of damage to do with kind of like the body panels or the engine, hopefully, fingers crossed, but we did know that there was a lot of damage with the wiring system. So guys, with that said, check out the car, have a look around, enjoy these shots, and then we'll be going around the car in more detail and I'm going to be showing you some damage. So let's go. Guys, what a beautiful car this is, and it's here, Salvage Nation. We're going to be rebuilding it. It's an E-Class, just like the E220 that I rebuilt earlier on the channel. The only difference is this is the soft top version. That was a coupe that I rebuilt, and yeah, I just want to go around the car and show you a lot of the interesting stuff that it's got. So the first thing I want to show you is these alloys. Have a look at these alloys. These are exactly the same alloys that I had on the black E220 that I rebuilt on the channel. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a card up above. Guys, go over and check out the playlist for that rebuild. Have a look at these alloys. They're 19-inch AMG spec alloys. So this is just the AMG line. It's not an actual AMG car with the big bi-turbo engine and whatever, but it's just the AMG spec. So it's got some big 19-inch alloys. On the interior, have a look at that, guys. It's got the mid-range speakers, it's got the tweeters. You've also got a sub underneath the seats as well. It's the AMG spec. Have a look, you've got the same ambient lighting that we had in the E-Class. This is even a higher spec to the E-Class that I'd done, the coupe that I had, because look at the seat controls, they're here. These are heated seats. You've got the roof controls, you've got everything here. We're going to be getting into the rest of the car in a minute, but I really just want to show you. Have a look at these vents, guys. Such a lovely design. So nice. It's got the wood grain interior. And the difference, like I said, with the E and the C is you get an actual analog clock. And I think that just looks really classy. We just need to clean up the interior on the car, which we will do once we figure out all the damage that the rats have done. Got lots of stuff in the back, but guys, this is the scary bit. Have a look, and I'm still a bit skeptical, but look at what the rats have done, guys. That, oh my god, have a look at all of this. It's a complete nightmare. It absolutely stinks. If you look right there, you can see some damage right there where the rats have chewed through the wiring right there. Have a look at that. The rats have literally chewed through the seats, chewed through parts of the soft top. Once again, I'm wearing my gloves until I give this car a nice deep clean with disinfectant and what's not. Have a look here. They've literally just gone to town on all the wiring, everything. It looks like they've just literally been in a frenzy. It's crazy what they've done. Absolutely crazy. Look at all of that. And that's all the rat hair you can see. They literally were living in this car for months and months and months. And yeah, guys, it's a real shame what the rats have done to this car. Because other than that, it's a really, really nice car. Coming around to the driving side, the paintwork looks in really good condition. It just needs a good clean. The tires, the wheels is all in good condition. And it's got this carbon fiber lip at the back. I don't know how I feel about that, but you guys let me know what you think. And hopefully we can get this on the road as soon as possible. So guys, you've had a full tour of the car. What we're gonna do now is get the battery. I had it charging overnight, connect the battery up, see what we're working with, and continue. Hopefully the damage is not too bad. Hopefully the rats haven't done too much. But as I find more damage, I'll be sharing it with you. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let's continue. Now the car came to me and the battery was completely dead. So what I did overnight was I used my Nico battery charger. If any of you guys are in the market for a decent battery charger or a trickle charger to repair batteries, check out my description down below. So now we're going to be replacing the battery and hopefully getting some power to the car. Because at the moment, I can't open the boot. At the moment, I can't take it out of gear. I can't do anything. I want to check, first thing I want to check is if the roof is working, because that's going to be a massive job to replace that roof. And obviously it's going to be a very expensive job. However, if the roof works, then that's a plus. I want to go through everything. And also I've got my diagnostic tool. Let me get it. I've got my Autel Maxicom diagnostic tool. Hopefully we'll get some power to the car. Once I get some power to the car, then I can connect this to the car and I can see what the damage is in terms of what the car thinks the damage is. I'm also going to be stripping down the interior of the car, stripping down the exterior of the car, going through all the wiring, making sure I can find any damaged wires that the rats have destroyed. But yeah guys, it's a very interesting build. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure your bell notifications are on if you want to see episode 2 and how we get on with this build and all the other builds. And if you remember, here she is. This is the Salvage Nation car. We're still thinking of a name for this build, guys. This is going to be on the channel as well, so you don't want to miss that. So make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, enough blabbing from me. Let's get the battery in the car, get the car switched on. Hopefully it switches on. I don't know if it starts. I don't know anything about the car. It's completely dead. This is a massive risk. So yeah, get the battery in the car, get the car on the diagnostics, and see what we're working with. Let go. Muck and the grime. If you look really closely, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, you can see all the fur. This is all the rat fur, rat feces. This is just, it's just grimy stuff. So that's why I'm wearing my gloves. And yeah, I don't want to catch anything. So have a look here. Now tell me what you think that is right there. Look at the size of those bad boys. This is where they chewed, and they chewed off this complete sensor. But look at the size of this. Look at the size of those teeth marks. So we know these are some giant rats. Look at the size. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, look at the size of those teeth marks. That is crazy. Death by rat, guys. This is the first for me. It's first for the channel. But we do everything here. Right. So let's tighten down the battery. Let's see if the car starts. Let's see what happens when we get inside. So let's tighten it down. I've just walked around the back and I've seen that the camera has come out, and if you listen, the parking sensors are working, so we've got power. I've got the key right here. Let's get in and see what's going on. There we go, guys. She's waking up. Have a look at that digital dash. Oh my god, Oh my God, have a look at that, guys. Come on. Let's see if the seats work. Okay, seats are working. Bring the back forward, that's working. Up and down. Have a look at that. Right. Oh, let's see what happens when we try to start it. So right now that should be starting. And that is a clear problem right there, guys. That is a huge. See, guys, so we've definitely got a problem. So guys, what I'm assuming is with these cars, the gearbox needs to communicate with the engine control module. Those two also needs to communicate with the instrument cluster. These new Mercedes have got a very intricate security system, and the security needs to pass before it allows engine starting. I've worked on a similar car and it had something similar. What I want to do is I want to go through all the wiring. So I'm going to be breaking down all the interior of the car, checking through all the wiring, and I'm looking for the CAN network. I know that because these cars, they run on something called the CAN network, and basically it's just a network of wires where all the modules use the CAN network to communicate with each other. So I need to double check if there's any breaks in that. But before I do all of that, I'm going to stick it on the diagnostic and see what is going on. So let's go. Right, guys, so I've connected my diagnostic tool. I've got power with the car. I just need to switch it on there. So it's loading up. This is the Maxicom MK808. These are really good units to have. And if you're interested, I would appreciate if you press the affiliate link that's in my description down below. So enough marketing, guys. Let's continue with what we need to do. I really want to see what the issue is with this car. But it's just so beautiful. Look at that. Just one continuous long screen. It's amazing. Okay, we're ready to go. So whilst it does that, I want to check if the roof is working. So let's check that. So guys, listen, this car is a massive risk. I don't know what I'm working with. I don't know how much damage the rats have caused. But now that I've got power, let's check if the roof is working, because that's the showpiece of this car. So let's check it out. Oh God, guys, we've got movement. I see movement. Guys, have a look at that. Oh. Oh, yo. Guys, it bloody works. Have a look. It works. Let me know what you think of this car in the comments down below. And yeah, listen, Salvage Nation, baby. Who's doing it like we are doing it on YouTube? If this is the kind of content that you like to see, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you like this, that, or any of my other builds, always make sure when you watch my content, give me a thumbs up. Now that we know that the roof works, let's jump back in the car. I want to see what the results of the diagnostic test is. And hopefully, let's see if we can get this car running. I don't know if we're going to get it running. The engine's it's got very low mileage, so I'm hoping that there's nothing wrong with the engine. But yeah, enough blabbing. I'm gassed. Gassed is an understatement. I'm just happy. It's a risk, but you know, if you don't take a risk sometimes in life, you don't get the rewards. So let's continue. Oh, I let the roof off. So have a look, guys. We got lots and lots of faults. So I'm going to take my time and go through them, and then I'll let you know afterwards. Alright guys, so we've come up with a few issues. There's lots of issues on this car, and it's all because of the rats. So have a look. The output for the fuel pump has an open circuit. So literally they've chewed through the wires for the fuel pump. They've chewed through the wires for the restraint system. Have a look at that. They've chewed through the wire for the crankcase sensor. They've chewed through the wires for so many sensors in this car. So I'm glad that I was able to diagnose the car in terms of, this is the first step in trying to get this car up and running fully. So we do know that there's a number of sensors, really important sensors, that the rats have chewed through. And like I said, it can't communicate with the brain of the car, so the brain thinks that there's something wrong. So right now the brain thinks that there's something wrong with the fuel pump. It thinks that there's something wrong with the restraint system. It thinks that there's something wrong with the crankcase sensor. It thinks that there's something wrong with so many modules on this car. Guys, I'm so scared. I don't even want to swear, but like, I've just got this sense that I'm gonna open something and a big old rat's gonna jump out. So I want to see what's down in here. Fuck it. Oh, come on, man. All right, let's do this. Guys, rats have been ravaging everything. Have a look at this. This was in the boot. This is just plastic. Look at that. Why would they have to eat through plastic? They literally just ravaged everything. Spooky times, guys. Spooky times. Right, that's enough. Let's continue. Right, guys. So, you've seen the new build. I've begun the first step in diagnosing all the issues with the car. We know where we need to start, which is the fuel pump. And also, I just showed you a few other wires that were done. I feel like, you know, these rats, the rats have lived in this car for months on end. Who knows what damage is still hidden, but I will be starting the repairs on the fuel pump and the wires in the back seat in the next episode. So this is where we're gonna end this episode. If you enjoyed that content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And guys, I want you guys to see the outcome of this, and if that's something that you want to see, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure your bell notifications are on so you don't miss the next episode on this build or any of my other builds. I've got some really, really exciting things coming. I've got another build coming as well, and then after that I've got one more build coming. There's one of the builds that's been hiding in plain sight in all of my videos. I'm going to be unveiling that. So yeah, Salvage Nation, guys, we've got a lot of things coming. So on that bombshell, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I feel a lot better. Make sure you tune in for the next episode to see what happens with this build. And like I always say, guys, keep it moving, and I'll catch you in the next one.